713-8255. Let's go to the phones and try to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. Shannon says they have an issue with eminent domain. Not sure what it is, Shannon, but what is going on? Tell us the story.
Okay, so just real quick, the city is going to, like I said, revamp with stormwater drainage and sidewalks. It's right behind Regis University. And
okay.
So I've been in my home for 30
are they
years.
assessing the homeowners?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've been in my home for 30 years, and I have a garage structure on my property that they are just going to take from me. And then they're going 3 feet in from what is actually, it looks like an alley, one-way little side street on the side of my house. And so they're going to, for some reason, make that a double lane, even though it's like an alley, and there's no reason for needing this to be a
what are
double
they
lane.
taking from you? They're taking a garage pad, did you say?
They're taking a garage, and they're taking 3 feet off of the street all the way down my driveway, probably about, 50 feet.
What's the compensation?
They haven't offered that yet.
Well, first of all, let's say there may not be compensation due. It might be an existing easement that they've never enforced.
Oh.
So, we have to figure out what they're taking. Many times municipalities have easements that they relax and they don't do much with, and people kind of encroach on them. And then when the time comes for them to use those easements, people are all shocked, but they encroached on them. So it could be not your property to begin with. We have to figure that out.
It'd be odd with the shed on there, but that's possible. Are you dealing with HC Peck, or are you dealing directly with Denver employees?
Denver employees.
Okay.
So what do they say? What is the story they give you?
Two of the city people came out, and the people who are doing the building, they came out to my home, and they basically said I really don't have a choice, that they will be taking this structure by 2023.
They will.
And that they will be offering, in turn, to buy it from me. But they didn't give the number on what they would be offering me. But in the meantime, I need to make sure that they will be offering as much as it'll take to replace my garage on a different part of my property.
They may not offer you that much. They may not offer you that much. They're not required to.
Well, they probably would. They probably would do it. And the only reason I say this, Tom, is I lived through this with Denver on an entire building. What they generally would pay to move that, but I think the problem might be, can you move it to where you're thinking to move it? Because you still got to follow zoning.
Well, I wouldn't actually. Well, it will actually go into my backyard on the other side, on the east side of my home.
Is it movable? Is it movable, or do you have to build a new one?
Absolutely not. It was built in 1920.
Oh, well, that's a whole different thing.
So you got to build a new one.
Yeah, that'll just all go into the price. But I want to say one thing.
But Mark, I'm not sure they have to pay her for how much it's going to cost to build a new one.
Generally, no, I'm not saying that either. They might give her the value of what that shed is worth.
That's what I'm saying.
That's my question. Yeah, how do I find that information out? And it sounds like I need to find out if there is an easement on my property.
If they're offering you money, it's not on an easement.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here's the deal.
But it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a survey and look. And your survey, if you bought the property, you'd have the survey somewhere in your records, or you can get survey from your lender maybe. Here's the thing, okay? No matter what, most of the time, I know people don't believe this, most of the time, they don't really, it feels like they're screwing you, but they're not personally spending their own money. They don't care. They really just try to buy the property at a fair market value.
Yeah, and your neighbors will be getting the same type offers. But there's one thing you said I want to hit on. They will take it. This is done. It's over.
You're not gonna fight it. You're not gonna fight it.
Well, I would love to, because I don't feel like this street needs to be a two-way.
But okay, that's a different issue. Okay, the whole concept is a different issue than the eminent domain.
Yes.
But the concept was approved by someone, and it had public hearings, and it had meetings, and the time to oppose it was when that was going on.
If they're knocking at your door offering you money, I'm telling you, it's done.
I think you're way down the pike. I think it's too late to fight the project.
Okay.
Have you talked to your neighbor, Shannon?
The neighbor behind me is going to be losing 11 feet off of his property. He doesn't have a structure that this will impose on, but the actual gutter and the widening of the street will be very, very close to his house window. His bedroom window.
What does he say, or what do your other neighbors say about it? Do they say
fighting it as well? He's fighting it
but
as
what
well.
when you say fighting, what is the form of your fight? Just you don't like it? I mean, when you say fighting it, what do you mean?
Fighting as in, no, I don't like it.
It's a legal battle. There's no fighting it without hiring an attorney.
Right. You understand, to fight it, you would have to get a group of people together to hire an attorney. Now, the attorney's going to charge $5,000 just to evaluate it.
And he's also, if he's a decent attorney, going to say, you're not going to stop this.
You know, we're not trying to discourage you. We don't want you to waste money.
I believe that.
We just don't want you to waste money.
I'm on board. I have a feeling that I could walk around with a petition for the next month, and it wouldn't make a difference. That's why I want to go to step 2, going, if I can't change their mind and change this whole thing on this one street.
Shannon, like Tom said, they usually negotiate properly with you.
So if you can't change, at least get what you're saying.
That's
I want to
what I'm hoping for.
At least a fair price, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I need to know the steps in which I should be taking.
Okay, steps you should...
Well, until she gets an offer.
Right.
If they gave you $3 million, you're not going to blink, so get the offer first.
You get an offer.
Well, I want to have something in front of them so that when they do approach me and then by April, then they'll offer me this ridiculous amount, and I'll go, but it's going to cost this much to build that structure.
Shannon,
and you're also imposing on my real estate.
Shannon.
Yes?
What it will cost you to build another garage does not enter into it.
Okay.
What enters into it is the value of that property and that garage.
As it sits now, by the way.
Right. They don't have to replace it. Otherwise, they would be buying people new homes. They don't do that.
Right.
What they do, so you're saying, I want to make sure I can replace it. Get ready for this, Shannon. You may or may not have enough money to replace it. That's not going to be part of your arsenal of weaponry. What you need is, what is that worth? How many square feet are they taking from you? That's what you ask. How many? Tell me. What is it?
I don't know exactly.
Okay. See, you need to know exactly how many square feet. Then you need to get an appraiser. Listen, get an appraiser to value that square footage with that garage.
You know, something else.
That's what you do.
Something else she's not thinking of is, I don't know what it looks like now, but new sidewalks, new this, new that, it might actually improve the value of that house.
It could. It could. 303-713-TALK. If you guys have any ideas or any problems, 303-713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
One big issue on the drive at this point, and that is westbound I-270 closed. Traffic is being diverted off of westbound I-70 onto the eastbound I-76 ramp because of an earlier accident that damaged a light pole. A CDOT has to get out there to repair or remove the light pole before that will be reopened. Other than that, it's pretty quiet. I-25 traffic moving well. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, mostly sunny, a high of 40 today. Tonight's low 14. For tomorrow, a high of 40 with a 50% chance for scattered snow showers. Currently, it's 29. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
Need new hires in the new year? You need Indeed to help find your next hire. When you
Simply Floors is the place to get all of your floors. They have such a vast selection of carpeting of all kinds and all budgets, for fix and flips, for rentals, for your dream home. They also have one of the largest selections of LVT, that's luxury vinyl tile, and they have all kinds of woods, hardwoods, engineered floors, laminates. Simply Floors Inc. also has the best prices, the best installers, and the best buying experience, because Buddy and Karen Mitchell act as your experts. Then you have design consultants, and you have the whole experience can be done in your home. Make your own appointment, simplyfloorsinc.com. What is a market valuation of your home? It's something Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, will do for you free of charge. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. He'll look at your home in relation to the neighborhood and what has sold, comparables, pictures, measurements, visit you, and give you a valuation free of charge. Why would he do that? Because if you want to list, he hopes you list with him, but there's no obligation. And if you do, you can't find anyone better. But the real deal is he'll do it free, and you may decide never to sell. You might want to just stay. 303-920-1622. 303-920-1622.
The MLK Tapes is your